What's up, guys? Have you did everything when it comes to your credit report, when it comes to credit repair, and not gotten any results? Guys, in today's video, we're going to show you how to sue the credit bureaus between $5,000 to $10,000, guys. And this is no fluff, no bluff. This is a legit video. We have a lot to unpack. In today's video, we're going to show you step by step on how to sue the credit bureaus and not only get the money, but also get the item removed forever, guys. In today's video, we're going to show you step by step on how to sue the credit bureaus and have a 95% success rate. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm Coach Q, and this is my lovely co-host, Miss Tina Talks Credit. Welcome back to the channel, Miss Tina. Guys, in the beginning of the video, this is going to be an interesting one. We're going to show you how to get a check up to $10,000 suing the credit bureaus. I know the credit bureaus usually are the one that's doing the suing. The creditors are the ones that's usually doing the suing. But in this case, we're going to show you not only how to sue them, but we're going to show you how to build a solid case where you are going to have a very, very high chance of success of winning the case. So this is a lot to unpack. Let's dive straight into the meat and potatoes. All right, let me pull up my screen here and show exactly. Okay, step by step suing the credit bureaus in federal court, right? All right, so step one is to gather evidence, right? Before you sue, you need to understand that you need proof of that, right? You disputed inaccurate information. The credit bureau received the dispute. The information still being reported inaccurately. You suffered harm, credit denial, emotional distress, loss of opportunity. So this is for anyone that has sent out a dispute letter, did not get any response, and you know that, or it can prove that it's inaccurate, right, Ms. Tina?
Right. Sorry, I was just pulling up my forms.
No, go ahead. All right, so what to collect? Copies of your dispute letters, proof of mailing, credit reports before and after disputes, any responses or lack thereof, screenshots of inaccurate accounts still reporting letters from the creditors or dated furnitures, damages, denial letters, interest rates, increases, etc. So everything that you doing before, so you will want to have a track record of everything that you have done to get to this point. So you will want a track record of the dispute letter you sent out initially. You want to do certified mail and get the tracking receipt of them actually receiving the documents, or if it has been open, you need the certified mailing receipt. You need the credit reports before and after disputes, because before the disputes you need to show that it's inaccurate. After the dispute, you need to show that it's still inaccurate. Any responses, if they did not respond at all, then you are good to go to start the process. Screenshots, any inaccuracies, you want to have a screenshot of every inaccuracies on your credit report. And all you have to do is get all your credit reports side by side, look for any inaccuracies. So if the account number is saying 0001 on Equifax and it's saying 0002 on Experian, that's an accuracy that is something to screenshot. You need the letters from the creditors or data furnishers, damages, denial letters, interest rates, and increases. Now I'm gonna have Miss Tina do the step two, and we're going to follow along. Go ahead, Miss Tina.
Okay, so the next step would be, let me just piggyback on that. Now, when you are presenting your proof of anything being inaccurate, as far as credit report, you have to have a credit report that is directly from the credit bureau that you're actually suing. You cannot use a third party like Smart Credit or Identity IQ. They will not use, will allow you to use those reports in court because they are third party. So just so you know that. All right. So step two, you need to file a complaint with the CFPB. Now this is optional. It just depends on what step you're on and what strategy you're using. Now, if you're just wanting to work your way up to suing them to see if filing a complaint will get them to kind of back off and do whatever it is that you need them to do, then file that complaint. Or if you want to get more supporting evidence under your belt before court, then filing a CFPB complaint. A complaint can get you more supporting documentation of steps that you have used to try to rectify the situation, what their responses were. So, although not required before suing, this shows good faith effort to resolve, okay? Just like I said. So, in order to do a CFPB report, Q, are we showing them this? I can't even remember. Okay, guys. So, step two, file a complaint with the CFPB. Of course, now this step is optional. Now, just like I said earlier, although not required before suing, this shows good faith effort to resolve. Now, you can go to the CFPB's website. You're going to select credit reporting. Let that be the issue that you choose. Attach documentation and explain Fair Credit Reporting Act violations, failure to investigate, whatever the case may be, whatever violation that they did, any harm that you suffered. File your complaint, wait 15 days for the response. It's good if you want to get some more meat in your case. So, yeah.
All right, let me scroll down. All right. Step 3, draft and send a final demand to the credit bureaus. Let them know you are about to sue. Include the final demand. And like I said, we have all of this in the My Credit Approve system. We actually have a 4-step system that gives them 3 chances before the final demand letter. The 4th step, which is the 4th month, you will be sending a final demand letter to the credit bureaus, and it will basically give them the layout that a suit is coming. Include your final demand summary of the dispute history, citations of the FCRA violations, deadline 10 business days to resolve, your intent to sue if not resolved via certified mail. Everything should be going certified mail. If you are setting the credit bureaus up to sue them by doing the prerequisites, which is sending out the dispute letters, everything needs to be certified mail, because it gives you authentication when it comes to your track history and them actually receiving it. If that's what you want. All right, tip FTC, the FTC, CFPB, State Attorney General, and the Furnishers Compliance Department. So the Furniture Compliance Department, every credit furnisher that sues you or are reporting debt on you has a compliance department, and that compliance department have to be fully compliant under the FCRA guidelines. And you can find the email to the compliance department, send them all of these information, and you have a large chance of getting items resolved just by going to the compliance department, because it is specifically their job to make sure that everything is compliant and making sure that everything is done under the FCRA regulations. So yeah, that is a nugget. Guys, if you found any of this information helpful, before we continue to talk about how to get $5,000 to $10,000, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, leave some love in the comment section. You can comment, get it. If you want more help, type in, jump on a call in the comment section, jump on a call. We would jump on a call and give you guys a step-by-step on how to use this method. If you need credit help, type in the comment sections, credit help, and we will send you a link with all the information and actually give you everything that's needed, all the tools, all the hacks, everything that you guys need to get you guys on the right track. So if you want to jump on a call, type in jump on a call. If you want credit help, type in credit help in the comment section. And remember to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. It really helps us a lot, and it really just make this all worth it. All right. So step 4, I'm gonna let Miss Tina talk about that, because she is the guru on getting the money.
Okay, so I'll do 4 and 5. Okay. So determine where to file a lawsuit. You can file your FCRA lawsuit in federal district court or small claims court, depending on the court type. Okay. So small claims court, you're seeking up to $5,000 to $10,000, varying state by state. Okay. But most states have a similar process. Now, federal court, larger damages for serious violations and broader FCRA enforcement. Now, so you choose what situation you're in and how you want to gauge it. I'm going to show you how to get started on filing. So let's go to the next one. All right. So to draft your lawsuit, in your complaint include the parties, which will be like Tina Talks Credit versus Experian, jurisdiction, cite the FCRA violations, the facts, the timeline of disputes, responses, inactions, claims. So any claims meaning any violations, you're going to list that stuff out. As you can see, I have a few examples here. Failure to maintain accurate information, failure to investigate disputes, willful non-compliance entitles you to damages and attorney fees. Okay. And damages could be whatever amount of money that you had to spend, that you would have had to spend if this wasn't, reported inaccurately on your credit credit report. I don't care what it is. Negligent non-compliance, that's a good one. Like we went in court with that one, and willful non-compliance. Damages, emotional distress, credit denial. With this one, I've seen people get more money back if they were like in a serious situation, like if they could not rent a home or purchase a home and they were like homeless or having to live like in hotels and things like that, and you go in there and tell that story, they're gonna give you some money back. I've seen it. Relief sought, actual damages, punitive damages, deletion, and attorney fees. Yes. So if you win, of course, you're going to get a deletion and your money. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys real quick a document, and this will be the document that you're going to use when you file a complaint. So it's the complaint for civil court. Now, this is not federal, civil again. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so this is a complaint for a civil case. Now, we're going to leave the download for this in the description somewhere so you guys can use this. You can use this no matter what state that you're in. And so let's see if I can scroll it, make it bigger or small. Can we scroll it, Q? I can't move it.
You can't move it? This is okay, hold on.
Lord.
There you go. Go ahead.
So when you're filling this out, you're going to want to put your state, your district, whatever district you're in, whatever division that you're in, and you'll find that out. You'll know that because it's your state. So you're going to put your name here because you are the plaintiff, and you'll put the defendant's name here, whether it's Midland Funding or Experian, Equifax, whatever. So your case number will be filed by your clerk's office, so you don't fill this part in. Now, if you want a jury trial, you'll click yes. If you don't, you'll click no. Then it'll be all up to the judge. Okay, so the parties to this complaint provide information below for each plaintiff named in the complaint. Okay, so you are the plaintiff, so you're going to put your information here. Now, the defendant provide information for the defendant, so you're going to list all of your defendants' contact information, however many defendants that you actually are going up against. Okay, so you're going to go down, and this is really simple, guys. I mean, it's a court thing, so some people get all discombobulated when it comes to it, but this is simple. All right. Well, what is the basis for federal court jurisdiction? You're going to click which one best fits you. List specific federal statutes, federal treaties, or provisions of the United States that are at issue in this case. So here is where you're going to put every Fair Credit Reporting Act law, Fair Debt Collection Practices law, CDIA, whatever it is. You're going to put it all here. If the basis for jurisdiction is diversity of citizenship. Okay, so the plaintiff is an individual. You're going to fill this out. You're going to fill this out. If you are an individual, if you're a corporation, how are you suing them? Most people are suing them as individuals, right? Defendant, if the defendant is an individual or corporation, you're going to put here. So most likely you're going to be filling in here for corporation. The amount in controversy, the amount the plaintiff claims the defendant owes, or the amount at stake is more than $75,000, not counting interest and cost of the court because. Okay, so if you have something higher than that, you're going to put it here. Statement claim, you're going to write a short, plain statement of the claim. Do not make legal arguments. I repeat, through experience, guys, this was from probably 15 years ago. Do not go in here in this part right here and just spread all your feelings like I did one time. Just keep you don't have to keep it short, but keep it to the point. Keep your emotions out of it, okay? And then you're going to state what type of relief you're actually looking for, be it if you're looking for your damage and fees, a certain amount of money, whatever it is. If you want that deletion of that inaccuracy off your credit report, that's what you're going to put here. Certification and closing. So you're going to sign here, and you'll do this. Most people do this at the courthouse, and you're right there with the notary or whatever, or some people's lawyers will do it. All right, and so that's pretty much it. You're going to turn this in to the clerk of courts and get your court date and get your court case number and all that stuff, and you're done with that. So you're filed. So we're going to talk about what to do next.
Awesome. Guys, if you want this document, we are going to put in a comment section, but if you want to have an automated system to do it for you, go to mycreditapprove.com. The system automatically have this document already in it, and it'll just be, a little bit more seamless than, filling out every step by step like Ms. Tina is talking about. All right, Ms. Tina, do you have another link to pull up?
Yeah, I do want to say at Credit Approval Solutions, we do provide the service of doing civil documentation. We file civil suits. We create court answers. If you are being sued and you receive a summons at your door and you don't know what to do, definitely go ahead and file an answer immediately. If you don't know how to do it, we do that. Also, now I know that in my Credit Approve software, you have those letters and templates for that as well. So if you're definitely DIY, definitely go over to my Credit Approve and get that documentation filled out with instructions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what's the tell them the website of yours.
Oh, Tina Talks Credit, guys. Go hit Tina Talks Credit. And if you want to talk to me, make a consultation, text me. My text number is always going to be in the description. I'm around.
Awesome. So guys, if you want to jump on a call, type in jump on a call inside of the comment section. If you want credit help, you already know you need help, type in credit help and we will send you all the information for you to get started to get your credit on the right track.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to, I already did it.
Okay, so we're on step 6. Sorry about that, guys. All right, file the complaint. Locate your nearest federal district court. You can find that on www.uscourts.gov. File electronically or in person. Pay the filing fee around $400 or request a fee waiver IFP form. The court will issue a summons. Now, how do you get the summons? After the complaint, ask the clerk of the court to issue the summons. Now, guys, I do want to rewind. So the filing of the court, now, if you get a fee waiver, perfect. But if you do not have your ducks in a row, if you have not done the due diligence on the paper trail that's needed for you to win this case, guys, rethink it, because $400 for filing this is expensive, and we normally like to set the clients up for a very high success rate. And that's why we're giving you everything needed before you even file, because we want you guys to have everything needed for you to win the case. That's the whole point of the video. And it's not cheap to file. But if you have the screenshots, if you have the time steps, if you have the original dispute letter, if you have the before and after credit report, guys, you are ready. And you have, it would be worth it. Not only would you get a check, but you all will remove potentially thousands of dollars worth of debt. Right. And that is worth the $400. I did want to talk about that. All right. After the filing complaint, ask the clerk of the court to issue a summons. The summons will be stamped with the court seal, signed by the clerk, assigned a case number. Most federal courts let you download blank summons forms A0440 from the websites or fill them out online when e-filing. Okay, how to serve the summons and complaint. How you are responsible for serving the summons to each defendant. This must be done within 90 days of filing the complaint under the FRCP Rule 4. Acceptable ways to serve. By a process server, you can have a server go to the place. That's not ideal. By certified mail, depending on the jurisdiction, through the U.S. Marshal if the court ordered, or you are indigent, and you must then file the proof of service form A0440 or similar with the court. Now, the best option for you to file it is a certified mail. You're not going to want to get the U.S. Marshals involved or have a server, like literally serve a person. But you have those options. But the easiest and most seamless option is automatically just send it out certified mail, guys. Step 7, I'm going to have Miss Tina talk about the step 7.
Okay, so step 7, once you have, let me go ahead, Q, and pull up, let me share my screen real quick and show the A0440. Okay, guys, so this form is form A0440. It's summons in civil court action. Now, this is the form that you're going to send out if you're taking them to federal court. Okay, so remember the first one was just small claims court. This one is federal, so you can get more money here. Same thing as I said, you're gonna fill out your state here, your name, defendant's name, and the defendant's address is gonna go here. A lawsuit has been filed against you. Have you ever received that? Like, that's scary. Like, just to read it, I'm like, what? God. Okay, so within 24 days after service of this summons on you, not counted the day day you received it, or 60 days if you are the United States, in the United States, or United States agent, or an officer or employee of the United States described in federal, whatever, all that stuff. You must serve on the plaintiff and answer the attached complaint or a motion under Rule 12 of Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Okay, so you're going to send out this summons. All right, now I'm going to walk you through a little bit more about how to fill it out. This summons, if you're suing, is the most important step that you're going to take. Okay, so pay attention. Now, proof of service. Now, this section should not be filed with the court unless required. So you need to make sure that you do your due diligence, look up this law to see and compare it to whatever your situation is to see if you need to file it. Now, if you are filing for the purposes of this video with credit, yes, you need this form. Okay, so save you some time. All right, this summons for name of individual and title of any was received by me on, you're gonna fill that out. So just basically you're just answering questions. I don't need to go through all this with you guys because you know what this is. Like you'll have these answers. So it's really quick and easy. Now with this summons, also you're gonna want to put in any type of proof or supporting documentation that you have to support your claims. Okay, so if you've ever been sued before by like a collection agency or a credit bureau or whoever, in the civil summons, they'll have, like, if they have your name like on a contract that you signed or things of that nature, you'll see that kind of stuff. So you're going to want to make sure that you put in all of your stuff as well. And this is really it. See how short it is? It's like 2 pages long. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing and we'll get back into this. And like we said, guys, the links will be in the description, and also you can get this form on mycreditapprove.com. If you are filing a civil summons against someone and you need some help, I'm here to help, of course. If you are being sued, I'm also here to help you answer your court summons.
Awesome sauce, man. This is a great video, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you found any of this information helpful, if you really have confidence that you're about to get the bag and like it's giving you confidence to not be intimidated by the credit bureaus and actually take affirmative action to not only get it removed, but to get a check. Guys, we give people checks all the time by suing the credit bureaus. We are not intimidated by them. We know the law and we know how to set these cases up for success, a very high chance of success. And if you found any of this information helpful, please like and subscribe. How we did, Seven?
So we're on that now. I'm just going to roll with it for a bit, give you a break. So serving the credit bureaus, of course, you're going to send this information of the civil summons into whoever you're suing, and you're also going to send it into the clerk of courts in your state. So we're going to go to step 8 and see.
Step 8 is it? No, I don't think it's a step.
I'm sorry. Go back under 7. Yeah. I don't know why it's not letting me click through. Like it usually will let me click through when you put it up here, but it's not doing it this time. Are you just sharing your screen?
Yeah, this is me. I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, okay. So that's why it's not. Okay, I got you. All righty. Okay, so let's just keep moving. What happens after the defendant is served? The defendant has 21 days to file an answer admitting or denying your claim. Now, if you're being sued, in your answer, don't admit or deny the claim. Don't do it. Stay neutral. Okay. All right. So the credit bureaus will have 21 days to respond as well. A motion to dismiss. Now, in your answer, you will put if you are filing a motion to dismiss those claims as well. So you may more than likely, probably about 99% of the time, you're gonna the credit bureaus are gonna send back in their answer immediately, of course, with a motion to dismiss. Excuse my voice. With a motion to dismiss on whatever their claims are gonna be, and depending on what type of information or supporting documentation you send over as well. Forms you'll likely use, it will be what I showed you, which is the 80440 summons in a civil action, the complaint, your actual lawsuit, proof of services, things of that nature, motion for default judgment. What the court does, the clerk will issue signed sign and stamp the summons after you file your claim, okay? So make sure that you get that done. Make sure you take it up there. Don't just like fill the paperwork out and send it to the courts. Actually take it there in front of the clerk so that everything can be completed correctly. The court may also provide you a blank or completed A044 form with your case number on it. Now, most likely they already do that. Now, if you're electronically filing, it's a little bit different, but it's the same form. So you have that choice. I forgot to mention that. You have that choice to file electronically in most states. I don't actually even know a state where you cannot file electronically now. So you can do that as well. But the court does not mail the summons to the defendant, hire a process server, handle any part of physically serving the defendant, okay? So you have to make sure. Now, if you have like a court official take the summons out to deliver it, there's like a fee for that, but you can get like a sheriff to go out and do it for like a fee. I know here in North Carolina it's like $30 for a sheriff to serve someone. You could do that, or you could do certified mail. It just depends on what your preference is.
Yeah.
What you must do? Oh, you was gonna say something?
No, I'm just following along at this point.
Okay. What you must do once the summons is issued, you are responsible for getting it to the defendant according to federal service rules. Okay. You must serve the defendant with both the summons and a copy of your complaint. Serve within 90 days of filing, or your court case could be dismissed. Use an approved method. Okay. So make sure that you use one of the 3 methods that we just talked about. So we're going to move on to the next page and just keep rolling through here. Approved ways to serve a defendant federal. These are federal rules, y'all. You can personally do it. Now, most people don't do that. I don't know. I guess if you live in Atlanta, you can go serve Equifax, whatever. Any adult not a party to the case. You can do certified mail with a return receipt allowed in some districts. Not all states will allow you to do it. North Carolina is one of them. You have to use a marshal or a personal service way. Yeah. If you're granted in form of procures, what is that? That's spelled wrong. I don't know what that is, but the IFP statutes by your court order. And I did that. Like, I totally messed that up. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. So after serving, file a proof of service. Now, this is an important step, guys. It's not over yet. Once the defendant has been served, you or your process server must complete a proof of service. And I showed you guys the proof of service, also called a return of service. Okay. In North Carolina, they call it a return of service, but I know with a lot of states where I file it, they call it proof of service. It's the same thing. So don't let that confuse you. File that form with the clerk of court to show service was completed. Okay. This is typically done using the bottom half of form A0440, the summons form, and I showed you guys that. So, and we're going to show like an example timeline here on the next page. Give you like some little examples. So if you file your complaint on July the 1st, court issues the summons on July the 2nd. You hire a process server who serves the defendant on July the 10th. You file the proof of service on July 11th. The defendant has until July 31, which is 21 days from July 10th to respond. You get that? All right. So moving along. Respond to motions and attend the hearing. The credit bureau may file a motion to dismiss. Most likely they will, especially if your information is basically puts them dead in the water and you have so much supporting documentation against them that they know that they're going to lose. It's just so many different reasons. Most of the time they'll do a settlement, especially if you have that ironclad evidence, attempt to settle, which is what we get 95% of the time, because we go in hard we probably have about 90 days of disputing evidence and all that stuff. So yeah, it's like give my client that money, please, and delete that, or they will proceed to trial. That's a 5% of the time in my case. So respond timely, or the case may be dismissed. If you're not an attorney, you will represent yourself. So in this case, you are the plaintiff, so you can get an attorney if you want to, but it's just going to cost you more money. You don't necessarily need an attorney, but as long as you're and you're not afraid to stand up in front of the judge and talk, I would just do it myself. Prepare for trial or settlement. Now, if your evidence is good and solid, you won't make it to trial, trust me. So don't let the fact that we're talking lawsuits scare you, because most of the time you never actually make it to trial. I promise you, if you do it right the way I'm telling you to do, probably a week or so after, maybe even shorter than that, you'll receive a call or a letter from their lawyers trying to settle, okay? And if they try to settle with you and they're not paying what you're asking for, don't settle for pennies, okay? Don't do it. Because if they're calling you to settle, then like you have control. So step 9, prepare for trial or settlement. If the case isn't dismissed, organize your documentation, be ready to testify, consider mediation, be open to settlement negotiations. Many credit bureaus would settle to avoid trial, especially if you present a strong case. Okay. All right. I'm not going too much because you can tell when I get like excited about whatever I'm talking about, because I keep going and going and going.
No, you're doing everything perfect, man. Like it's like, guys, we've been on the call for almost 35 minutes, and we are giving you all of this because we are setting you up for success. 95% of the cases that we actually enforce like this is successful. It's really cut, straight cut. Like if you build the case properly, you will win the case and you will get punitive damages for it, and that can equal up to $5,000 to $10,000 plus the item of being removed. So just bear with us. It is a lot to unpack, but it will give you the best chance for success, and especially if you do it right. And this is for people who the credit bureaus or the creditors are just not doing right by y'all. So if they just 100% not doing right, they're not responding, they're not removing, they're not even acknowledging it, guys, just sue them, get it over with. And not only would the work be worth it, but you would get this debt behind you, and they will not play with you ever again. I promise you that. All right, this is the last but not least, step 10. I'll go over there and enforce judgment. If you win, the court may award actual damages of statutory damages up to $1,000 per violation.
Per violation,
not per account. Per violation. If they have done more than one violation in every individual account, then you can get up to $1,000 per violation. And that's why it's important for you to screenshot the inaccuracies that you see on the credit report. Punitive damages and attorney fees if you decide to hire a attorney, guys. Like I said, this is a game changer because it completely reversed the scare tactics back on them. You are not the one that's a victim of a lawsuit. They are the victim of a lawsuit. And if you are suing them and you're doing it the way we instructed, you have a very high chance of not only getting paid and get checks, but to also get the item removed and not have to worry about it ever again. If you found any of this information helpful, if you want this exact setup, go to my creditapprove system. If you want us to do this for you, go to Tina Talks Credit. She is one of the best credit specialists, if not the best credit specialist in the country. And just remember, if you just like and subscribe, guys, it helps us out a lot. It helps the algorithm pushes this content to a wider audience. Did you have anything else to say before we get out of here, Miss Tina?
Just a little bit. Yeah, definitely like and subscribe, guys. Like I'm just now getting into telling people, asking people to like and subscribe, and like I'm noticing that people are liking more, and I'm like, okay, so all I had to do was ask. Okay, cool. All right. But yeah, this definitely is to help you, and this isn't clickbait or anything, guys. As you can see, we're telling you from start to finish, into the point to where you can actually do this yourself and you don't need us. So that's how good and free this information is. So I always say it's always about the people, not always about the money. So we're definitely here to help. I'm super excited. You guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comments. I know it was long, but this video is super duper helpful. And I want to add this: when you start disputing, like if you haven't gotten to the point of suing yet and you're just getting ready to start disputing, keep every single thing that you send to them as well as everything that they send to you, and even keep note of everything that they don't send to you. That's going to be important as well if you send a dispute letter and you don't get anything from them whatsoever, no response or nothing. So that can be a failure to perform a proper investigation. That's a violation. But I'm going to stop there because I can keep going. So
All right, guys. Well, check out Miss Tina. She has a university. It is one of the best, if not the best, literally, guys. One of the best courses on credit that you can possibly buy in this country. Check out her university. Go to her channel. Everything will be linked in her description below. Guys, this is a lot, and I hope it helps a lot of people. But until next time, take care of your credit. Take care of yourself. Credit Coach you up. Peace.